And you know what? When Liz dyed her hair, I knew, because at the end of the day, those toxic boyfriend will marry you. And one day they wake up and they're like, oh, actually, you're not my type. I'm into blondes. Maybe you'll change your whole personality for me. And if you're a blonde, they will tell you, oh, you know what? I'm actually into brunettes. I'm in the dark. Like, I like dark hair. Maybe you'll change it, because it's like, they always do it, okay? They always do it. If I'm not your type, what the are you doing here? When boyfriends, husbands, or whoever ask you to bleach your hair, run. They hate you.
Maybe you're his type, but he wants that specific girl that has black hair that he knew on day one had black hair, but he wants that girl, the same one, with different type of hair. Who knows? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna side with men on this. I agree. They can do this sometimes. They can be difficult. I can't defend them. If a guy ever implies that you're not his type, you have to know that there's something wrong with the relationship, something deeper, something real, not just the color of your hair. Because when he saw you on day one, he already knew what your hair looks like. He already knew what your face looks like. And people say that men will take what they get. Perhaps you're not even his dream girl. You're not what he wanted. If he marries you someday, after you nag him and you beg and you pester him for a shut up ring, he ends up marrying you after, let's say, a 6 years long relationship. That will still not be his ideal scenario. You're not his ideal wife, but he will still stick around, stay with you, waste your time, because like I always say, men never reject you in a direct way. Man will not reject you in a direct way. A man that doesn't like you, or that thinks you're not really his type, that doesn't find you that attractive, when someone else could easily find you the most gorgeous girl on earth. Let's say there's nothing wrong with you, but that specific man didn't find you attractive. He will still try and get with you. He will still try and keep you around, see what he can get out of you, what he can squeeze out of you. Why not? Why get rid of you? Why reject you in a more aggressive or direct way when he can just do nothing and still keep you around? So you have to be careful. You have to be smart. That's why I tell women that a man should be able to show interest on day one. That's why I discourage women from making the first move. You don't want to go after someone and convince him to be with you, because like I said, he's gonna get with you probably, but you're not gonna be his ideal woman or his ideal partner. He's just gonna waste your time. And like this girl just said, he may still try to alter your looks here and there to make you into someone he's more attracted to, and it may not work after all of that, because again, you were too easy to get, and that's why he got with you. Now, I'm not saying we should make men's lives difficult. Even if a man is interested, we shouldn't accept to be with him until he does the most, the absolute most. I'm not saying all that, but I'm saying the least you can do is not display masculine energy as a woman in the early stage of dating. You don't need to make the first move. You don't need to be courting the guy, because it's too early. He didn't prove himself to you yet. And most importantly, you should not give yourself away on a golden platter. You should not allow physical intimacy too early or too soon in the relationship. Otherwise, he will always fail to see your value. You have to build a beautiful love story first, memories, talk on the phone for hours, meet often. And then after you build a beautiful love story, after you get to know him well, after you're absolutely sure that you're his type, whatever that means, or that he's attracted to you, after you make all of this happen, then only you can decide to get intimate with him if that's what you want. Because, there's always the option of waiting until things get more serious. And I mean, until he commits to you in some way. You don't have to wait until marriage, although that is what I recommend. But if you don't want to, you're free to do what you want. You're a grown up, but at least maybe you could wait until he commits to you, or until he becomes your fiance, something like that. The only thing you will not be able to do in that forever that you get to spend together after he commits is go back to a stage where he was tempted and it was playful. It was exciting because he didn't know you in that way. Not yet. You will never be able to go back to that once you give it away. So naturally, I think it should take some time.
girls, you can be 100 times prettier than your man and you still might not be his dream girl. The only way to be a man's dream girl, and I think nobody really mentions this enough, is you have to be the ethnicity he likes. You could be a 10 out of 10 white girl, but if he likes Thai, Philippines, Japanese, he's not going to be into you. You can be a 10 out of 10 Indian woman, but if he likes white girls, he's not touching you. So if you are not a man's dream type in terms of ethnicity, it's got nothing to do with your beauty. You could be 100 times prettier. He will not see you as his dream girl. Men base their dream girl based on ethnicity more than anything else because has really allowed men to just dehumanize women into an ethnicity, and they could just search that. If they see that, watch that, that's what they've gotten used to. No matter how beautiful you are, if you're not their ethnic type, they're not on it.
And how are you going to know his preference when it comes to ethnicity or anything at all if you are the one who made the first move? So again, that's why the ultimate solution is to let the guy pursue you, to let him court you in the early stage of dating, to let him try and chase after you, try and prove himself to you, to try and impress you, because that's the only way for you to guarantee that you are indeed what he likes. Whether I agree or disagree what she says doesn't matter. If you want to guarantee that you're truly his cup of tea, what he likes, whether it's visually or when it comes to your physique, what type of beauty you have, if you want to make sure you are exactly what he's craving, what he was looking for, what his dream girl looks like, then you should let him make that effort. You should let him approach you, take you out, pay for the bill. Don't offer to half a bill, because again, if he's not interested in you, he could still decide to keep you around because it costs nothing to keep you around. He doesn't have to put in any effort. He doesn't have to try and impress you. He doesn't have to do much, and he only pays for his meal anyway. He only pays for his share of the bill. So he could still end up wasting your time. Let a man court you. Let him do whatever he can in order to prove himself to you and impress you. That's the only way for a girl to know if she is truly his type. And personally, I think the more he spends time with you and the more he likes your personality, the more he talks to you, the more he meets you, and then you still don't give yourself away too soon when it comes to physical intimacy, the more you play on that, the more it becomes exciting, the more it becomes enticing, tantalizing, and that's what's going to make him actually like you. That's what's going to make him hooked, because he will get to know you, and his desire of being with you in that way is only going to grow. Of course, he may just stick around because he's waiting for you to finally allow that, but while he's sticking around and while he's waiting, he will get the chance to see other aspects of you and get to know you properly, and he will actually be charmed by your soul and personality, which is not even given the chance to happen in most cases, in most stories, because the girl cannot be bothered and she doesn't want to wait herself. And personally, I don't fully agree with the last clip that I showed where the girl said that you have to be a specific ethnicity for a guy to like you. I don't think we should start competing with other ethnicities. If you're already a 10 out of 10 in your category, in whatever ethnicity you already are, because you can't change that, you're already a 10 out of 10 in that group, then that's all you need to worry about. You shouldn't worry about what if he doesn't actually like me, he likes this other ethnicity, what if I can't compete with a specific type of ethnicity because I look very different from them. Well, as a girl, you shouldn't worry about that, because that's just going to create insecurity, and you can't be everything at once. You can't be a 10 out of 10 Asian woman and at the same time a 10 out of 10 European woman and a 10 out of 10 African woman. It's not going to happen. You can't be everything at once visually when it comes to your looks and your physique. So your best bet is to just be a 10 out of 10 in whatever category or ethnicity you already are, and you leave the rest to the guy. If he does pursue you, if he truly shows some effort from day one, then you can say that it's safe to believe that you're actually what he likes. And what you can do from your side is contribute to making that story exciting and let him put some effort in without feeling uncomfortable, without trying to share the bill, in order to find out if he truly is invested. That's it for today's video. If you watched up until now, may as well subscribe. And again, if you are a single woman that is dating actively and strategically for marriage, I have created a program that is designed to help you meet your most suitable match and your potential husband within ideally 6 months to 12 months. If that sounds like something of interest, you will find the program in the classroom section of my community. And in order to join my community, go ahead and find the link for it in the description box under this video, and I will see you there.